What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, and daily news. Everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., and everything you need to know about on a daily basis. Money, investing, the stock market, you name it, we cover it here on our channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and help us reach 400,000 subscribers. We're so close. Also, thank you so much for hitting the like button. You guys are absolutely amazing. We got a lot to cover here today, including a new $900 per month stimulus program, a couple different stimulus programs we're going to cover here, as well as yet another massive winter storm coming here. Oh my goodness. You can see that parts of the Northeast, including Ohio, potentially going to get 2 to 3 feet of snow coming here. Multiple different areas here going to be getting over a foot of snow coming here, potentially starting tomorrow. Ooh, yeah, and into this upcoming week and weekend. Wow. It seems like Mother Winter here will not let up. Yeah, winter wasn't that bad going into Christmas, but 2022 has just been relentless. Relentless. And yeah, you can see this forecast going in here to the next few days. That does not look good. Remember we had over 100,000 people without power here in the last few days. Let me know if you were affected by that. And if you still don't have power, update us, update our family here on YouTube, our extended family. If you still don't have power or how that is, I know a lot of people were snowed out or snowed in. And it looks like it's coming yet again. Another foot or two of snow. Yeah. 2022 has just been relentless. If it's not one thing or another, sub-freezing temperatures, feet of snow, Omicron. Speaking of Omicron, it's subsiding in some areas. Check this out. New York Governor Kathy Hochul says that cases in New York have dropped by 90% since the beginning of January. We'll check to see if she's correct here. She says, quote, "This is a beautiful sight," during a Tuesday press conference, that virus cases in New York have dropped by 90%. Now, here is the cases for the country. They are on a decline, as you can see, but still very, very high. Yesterday's cases were 661,994, so almost 662,000. That's still double the all-time high that we had, which goes all the way back to like last January. Yeah, right here, January 8th, 2021, which was 300,000 cases. Just to put that into comparison case. So that was 300,000 cases. So to say that we're on a decline, which we are, that was 300,000 cases, and that was like mind-blowing. Yesterday's cases was 661,000. Yeah. The 7-day average is 470,000. I guess that seems a little bit better, but we are on a decline, so I guess that is a good thing. Now we can actually look at New York here, and when you actually go on a state-by-state basis, you'll see that some states are faring better. Now we can actually look at New York here. We can actually look at a state-by-state basis and check if the New York governor is correct. And she actually is correct, because you look at how high they were here on January 9th. They had 79,777 cases in a single day, just for one state. And now, yesterday, they had 9,678 cases. Look at that dramatic difference. So New York seems to be one of the states that has come down dramatically, in a significant dramatic decline, where other states maybe haven't declined quite as much yet. So yeah, New York has had a significant decline here already. So wow, what a dramatic turnaround here. That is just amazing. But the country as a whole is still at all, 470,000 daily cases on an average, but decline. Now, the question is going forward, how low will it go? Remember, Omicron is still very, very contagious. So, where will it settle at? Where will it plateau at? And will this new Omicron variant, the BA.2, that is supposedly 1.5 times more contagious, can't make this stuff up, right? Will that send us into a new peak? Like we need another one, right? Also, when we look at deaths per day, they're getting very, very high. Remember, that's a lagging indicator that comes, later on after people catch the virus. The average is now growing higher. It's up to 2,582 per day. That was almost exactly the number yesterday. But we've had some very high days here recently. A couple days ago, January 26th, 3,895 just in one day. 3,895. Now, in comparison, that's more people than what happened in 9/11 or in Pearl Harbor in a single day, just for comparison purposes. So that's still a lot of people in a single day. And those are happening on average every single day. So this is a lot of people. It's a lot of people here on an average every single day basis. Meanwhile, Pfizer is going to be asking the FDA to authorize its vaccine for children ages 6 months years old to ages up to 5, for children under age 5. So regulators could give the approval as early as this month. So that is news that could be happening this month. In Cuba, they have actually vaccinated, what this says, over 95% of toddlers as young as age 2, which is absolutely astounding. It says the island country began vaccinating children as young as 2 years old in September of 2021, making it the only country to immunize children that young at that time. I was not aware of that. That's absolutely just astounding. So Cuba's been vaccinating toddlers as young as 2 for several months now. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts. How long do you think this is gonna go on? Do you think we're gonna be still here at the end of this year and saying, yeah, we're still dealing with a large amount of virus cases? Do you think that this is going to, do you think we're ever going to cure this? Do you think it's going to ever fade away? Like we think about other viruses like H1N1, not really a deal anymore. Zika virus, not really a deal anymore. Do you think that's going to happen with this? Or do you think it's going to be like the flu or like the common cold that is kind of around forever? Could go either way. Let me know your thoughts here. But meanwhile, economically, we have millions and millions of people struggling, and we need more programs to be stepped up by the federal government, by state governments, by local governments here to help millions of people. We have 25% of people here in the United States that cannot or are behind on their or behind or are struggling to pay their bills, which is like 70 to 80 million people here in the United States. So that is a significant amount of people right now, and that's 25% of our entire population. So think about that. That's uh, that's a significant amount. You got to think about how many people right now are struggling during this pandemic. It's completely saddening, and you got to think that more needs to be done from our government to help out. Yeah, we do have. I am kind of announcing more and more programs here on a daily basis. Let me go over a couple more here now. Okay, first one, New Jersey rolls out a new COVID relief program for homeowners facing foreclosure in the state of New Jersey, just announced here by the governor. You can see here New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy on Monday announced a relief program for homeowners facing foreclosure or displacement because of the pandemic. The New Jersey Emergency Rescue Assistance Program was developed by the Murphy administration using $325 million in federal aid from the American Rescue Plan. It's a lot of money, $325 million. Eligible homeowners can apply for up to $35,000, which can go towards late mortgage payment and taxes. I always get a question about property taxes. Well, here's one of them. So property taxes and homeowners insurance even, and interest and reinstatement assistance. Wow. So it can even go towards homeowners insurance and interest and property taxes and reinstatement assistance and quote other housing related costs including but not limited to escrow shortages, delinquent taxes, homeowners insurance payments, and payments to lien holders according to the program website. Wow, that's a lot of assistance, up to $35,000. Applicants can only apply for assistance on their primary residence. Second homes and investment properties are not included. This can protect thousands of homeowners from foreclosures and neighborhoods from being impacted. Free housing counseling will also be available to assist homeowners in applying for assistance, Murphy said. According to the program's websites, applicants must have experienced a virus-related hardship beginning on January 21st, 2020. The funds will be made available as a forgivable subordinate loan. Other requirements are available on their website, which is njerma.com. njerma.com. You could see the website here. It says they will start accepting applications on February 8th. You can see here NJERMA stands for Emergency Rescue Mortgage Assistance Program. Yeah. So if you have anybody that is in New Jersey and might be eligible for this, have them go to this website. Applications start on February 8th, so about a week from now. Also, I will link you to more videos on homeowners assistance. You can get up to $80,000 in some states. Rent assistance, you can get up to 12 months of your rent paid from the third stimulus check package. I've had thousands of people that I have helped with get their rent paid from the last stimulus package, and they want to approve more money for this. And utility assistance, we actually just had $100 million just approved for more utility assistance. I have links down below in the description of this video, and I will link you to some videos at the end of this video as well. But let me go to another program here that was just approved as well. This is a $900 per month coming to some Americans. $900 per month stimulus program. Yeah. Some people still struggling financially because of the pandemic can get $900 per month thanks to a new program called Strong Families, Strong Future DC, using $1.5 million to give eligible recipients $900 every month for a year, for this year. So who gets it? It's going to new and expectant mothers in the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. Specifically ones in certain city wards, Washington, D.C. Mayor says. Quote, having a newborn is a big life change, and we all also know how critical those first months and years are to a baby's life. This program is about supporting new and expectant moms with cash so that they can have the autonomy and flexibility to make the best choices for them and their baby. The Strong Families, Strong Future DC pilot builds on the work we've done to address disparities in maternal health outcomes, make high-quality childcare more affordable and accessible, and ensure women are at the heart of our equitable, economic recovery strategy. Similar initiatives have been successful in Los Angeles, Rochester, New York, Columbia, South Carolina, and Newark, New Jersey. If the program proves to be helpful in DC, new programs like it will be introduced in other cities as well. Yeah, so there are programs like this popping up all across the country, not just for expectant new moms. These are called universal basic income, and they all kind of have different qualifications. They're just random, whatever these mayors or governors decide on. Sometimes they're just for low income citizens or residents and with no other qualifications. This particular one happens to be for Washington, D.C. But if you've been watching my show, that's why I always show it to you on the screen so you know it's legit. And that one was from. This article was actually from Kiss FM, the radio station, iHeart.com. This particular article, but I always show you this stuff on the screen here. This other one was actually from, well, this is the New Jersey Emergency Rescue Mortgage Assistance Program, directly from the New Jersey website, and then also from another website here. But I'd show you this stuff directly on the screen so that you can see it right here on the screen, read it for yourself. This stuff is legit. That's why I show you guys this stuff here all the time, right here on the screen, so you can see it here directly for yourself as well, read along with it, and see it here also yourself. But that's just another reason why I like to show you guys this stuff here on a daily basis and kind of bring the news with you guys here together. But they can't see you. Ow! Sorry. Show everybody what you got.
Hello, I'm a watermelon friend.
Ooh, what do you got there?
Nosy watermelon.
A nosy watermelon.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks really tasty.
It's a nosy one.
Why is it so nosy?
Because I put it on my nose.
Ew. Ew.
Now look at this.
No way. No way. Look at his face.
How can I eat it?
You can eat it.
But it's gross.
Why is it gross?
Because I don't like gross watermelons.
Well, why is it gross?
Now it's all ruined.
Now it's all ruined?
Yeah.
Well, why did you ruin it?
Because I'm cheating on you.
Why don't you taste it? See if it's still good.
No. It's not good.
Are you sure?
No, I'm so.
You want me to throw it away?
Okay, I'll eat it.
Oh, okay.
Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle.
Yeah, tickle, tickle. I tickle you. I tickle you. Say bye-bye. We love you.
Bye-bye, Pooh.
And say click here to watch our next video.
Kids, go over here.
Yeah.
Take over here and watch our new food.
And make sure to subscribe. Help us reach 400,000 subscribers. We're almost there. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video.